So, the colorful pirate circus is back in town, and man, I can't wait to see them all in their crazy funky colors and their expensive clothes and their amazing swords and swordplay. So, En Garde! And that is the game for today, En Garde, and it's a pirate game, which we don't really get to see very often, unfortunately, in the gamosphere. So it kind of feels like, what if Pirates of the Caribbean meets like Tomb Raider or Cirque du Soleil? Because everyone's into the really fruity colors for their clothing. Or even like a Puss or Boots game in real life, or like Arkham Batman meets Pirates. So it's a wholesome, charming game where you're playing as a famous pirate, and I think you're trying to clear your name. There's not really a ton of story at the very beginning. There's a lot of funny banter. It really reminded me of Monkey Island, and just all the enemies in the game have funny banter as well, and there's great swordplay that makes the game amusing and fun. Also, it really feels like a Monkey Island offshoot for that reason. All the different colors and everything. The swordplay is fun. It's different from the usual gunplay of like third-person shooters, although it demands that you get skilled. Now, if you don't get good at parrying and dodging attacks and kicking objects at your opponent, the game's going to be quite a challenge. So instead of being an action game, it feels like a Su-Fu game, if you played that ninja game, where there's rock, paper, scissors, and it's not as rigid as Su-Fu, but it still feels like, okay, you've got to play this way, otherwise these guys are going to kick your butt. So the swordplay and gameplay, it still feels kind of repetitive. You enter a mini arena, you fight a few guards, and then you continue onwards, and then the story sort of continues onwards too, as you try and chase down this guy at the beginning of the game. Unfortunately, the game's quite short, at 5 hours long. You can go back and do challenges in the arena mode afterwards, but that's about it. It goes for $25.99 regular price, so it's not as pricey as, say, a lot of the games are at 80 plus now, but it's a lot of fun in shorter doses. If you savor this sort of game with the humor and everything and the wit, it's really hard to find good pirate games these days. They usually are far and in between a lot of other genres like party games and FPSs. So despite the game's controls requiring like extra precision and you have to do a certain amount of swordplay, it's less action and more precise fights. I would say, like, give it a try. It's something that's a bit different from a lot of the games coming out. I would say it's a 8.5 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it's a rare and charming experience that can be played by the whole family, and there are many games like that. So keep up the swordplay, and en garde.